Hey guys, RV Bass Outdoors Angler Jeff Jewell. I'll give you a quick update on what's going on in southeast Missouri. If you've watched the news, you might have seen a tornado outbreak in Missouri last week. So we're going to start with a bit of a tornado update from Clearwater Lake over by Piedmont, Missouri. Unfortunately, Clearwater was hit extremely hard by the tornadoes. Both marinas have been destroyed. The town of Piedmont has significant damage. So Clearwater is currently open for fishing, and you can launch at the dam launching facility. So the launch ramp at the dam is okay. There's still a dock there for you to use. However, both marinas are gone, and the timeline for reopening them is unknown at this point. Right now, there's a lot of trees down. To even accessing them from the road is difficult. I know one of the marina owners, and he wants to get open as soon as possible. He's asked for help clearing the way just to get to his marina and access his damage. He can get there by boat, launching at the dam, but there's not a lot you can do from boat. You need to be able to get equipment in there, and they're working hard on that. He hopes to be reopened before the summer's out. And we wish him the best at that. And, the best for that lake and for the people there. The fishing report for the lake is crappie are biting down by the dam. So there's smallmouth to be had up in the rocks on the rock wall bluffs where they usually are along the river channel. But right now, access to the lake is difficult. Over at Wappapello, this weekend, Angler's Choice had their first tournament of the season. It took 20.1 pounds to win. Second place had 19, third place had 17, and weights dropped off significantly after that. The lake is still super low, so navigation's difficult. You have to stay in the river channels. I would rate bass fishing as fair, I guess. The average weight in that tournament really was down. I mean, it was 9-10 pounds. If you looked at the middle of the weights, it was 9-10 pounds. Several people blanked or weighed in one or two fish. A couple of the big guns on the lake didn't even have a limit. So bass fishing really is tough. A couple of guys whacked them, and the rest of the field basically struggled. However, crappie fishing out there at Wap is just off the hook right now. Between the RA launch ramp and State Park, there is a slug of crappie to be had. And you find one of them giant schools of crappie, you rig yourself up a jig head, big bite baits, and throw yourself on big bite baits, throw yourself on a tube or a little grub or something like that, and drop it right down in that school, and you're going to whack some. Now, if you want to catch the bigger ones, you got to look away from the school, try to find them loners on the outside. Those are the bigger ones. Those are the 12, 13-inch crappie. Again, a grub, a tube, something like that. You throw them, cast them out at it, rig it up on a TTI Blankmore Roadrunner, and you'll really increase your chances on catching those bigger crappie. So, I mean, if you're a crappie fisherman, Lake Wappapello is doing all right now. Over at Norfork, they had a tournament there this weekend. It took 16 pounds to win. I would rate bass fishing on Norfork right now as improving. It has been very tough, but guys are catching them now. Again, average weight in that tournament was low, 10 pounds. So it's only going to get better. Water temperatures around here are just now starting to lick at 60. That front that came through and spawned all those tornadoes was cold, and it kind of slowed the movement of the fish down for a minute. Over at Norfork, the stripers are on the move. They're up into the shallows, but they're only biting first thing in the morning. Guys are going out there to catch them stripers, and they're getting out there before sunup, and by 9 o'clock in the morning, they're done eating breakfast in town. So I would rate striper fishing as improving. If you really want to increase your chances, You hire one of them guides out there that are out there chasing them every day. Them stripers school up and move around. And you have to basically be able to find a school to find the fish. Fortunately, right now, they are hard on the shad. And as fishermen, we know what helps us find shad? Them birds. So you're out there on Norfork and you see some birds smashing into the water, they're on them shad. Well, what's pushing them shad up? Them striped bass. So if you let birds find you, you find the fish for you, you increase your chances of finding some. But again, it's basically a crapshoot. You got to run all over the lake and try to find the bait to find the fish. So anyway, for me, the best bet around here right now, again, is that Roadrunner, those jig heads, and crappie fishing at Lake Wappapello. That's all I got for you this week, folks. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.